Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to review the Oris Diver 65. This is the Diver 65 50th anniversary edition that was released back in the year 2015. So recently Oris released another one which is also part of the Diver 65 series, but that would be the 60th anniversary version. So it has been 10 years ever since this particular model has been released. And yeah, so this model of Oris Diver 65 is basically 10 years old already. But that being said, I've gotten this watch as a second-hand purchase, and I've done an unboxing, a full unboxing video of this watch as well in my previous video. Do check it out. I'll put the link up here below. Sorry, up here above. And yeah, so today I'm gonna do a full review of this Oris Diver 65. So also just for your information, the newly released 60th anniversary version of the Diver 65 looks almost exactly as this model that I have in hand right now. The only noticeable difference is the lack of the date function. Other than that, the aesthetic looks 90% the same. So therefore, I think this model is a good representative of what the Oris Diver 65 offers. And yeah, so a little bit of history on this watch. So Oris first released their first dive watch in the year 1965. Therefore, this watch is named after the very first Oris watch, which is the Diver 65. Okay, so this watch aims to recreate the image of the original first diver's watch that Oris has released in 1965. So it largely retains the same design, and also yeah, the old one has a date window at the 3 o'clock. So this version, the remake, actually shift the date to the 6 o'clock position to keep a more symmetrical look on the dial. So it looks much better in my opinion. Okay, so this watch is a 40mm watch. So I just do a quick dimension check here. So yeah, this is 40mm, but at the same time it fits my 6-inch wrist really well. Lug to lug, that will be close about 48, and then the lug width is about 20mm, which is 2 cm. So in fact, this strap that you see here, right, is an aftermarket strap. So Oris did provide with its original strap, but this one was provided by the previous owner, and I feel that this strap really fits this watch really well. So I kept it on ever since I've gotten this watch. Okay, so the case back is also a vintage Oris design. Later I'll talk more about that. But first, let me just show you more of a close-up of this watch. So originally this watch, I was quite attracted to it by the dial design. I think it's a very nice dial design, very unique vintage look, and this is one of the styles that is unique to Oris design language. You don't have other dive watches that have this type of style. So I would say this is more of a skin diver style dive watch. So it's water resistance up to 100 meters or 10 bars. It's not a true ISO certified diver, but it's good enough in that sense that it has a screw down crown. This is a screw down crown with the vintage Oris logo sign, Oris font over here, and it also has a very nice nicely shaped bubble sapphire crystal, as you can see here. So this is something that is very unique as a dive style watch offering from Oris. It differs from the usual dive watches such as your Seiko divers or your Tissot Sea Stars. This dive watch is much more slim, so therefore it is more suitable. It is more like a skin diver kind of watch. So meaning to say, you just want to dive without any equipment. You probably don't need to have some of the other dive watch that are much thicker and ISO rated. You can just grab this and go. At the same time, this watch has a rotating bezel, as you can see here, which also measure the time elapsed while you're underwater. So yeah, all in all, this is a very nice kind of skin diver style design watch that is being offered by Oris, and it is a very unique vintage style watch. And I would classify this watch also as a Gada watch, which is a go anywhere do anything watch because of its water resistance, number one, and also its universal design. Okay, so apart from that, let's take a look at the case back. So this case back features a closed case back, so you can't see the movement. The movement inside is a Swiss movement, that is the Sellita SW200. Okay, so Oris have the movement name as their in-house, no, not in-house, but their own naming convention, which is the Oris 733. But the Oris 733 movement is essentially a Sellita SW200 movement. So it's just Oris renaming it. So the SW200 has a frequency of 28,800 beats per second or 4 Hz, and it has a power reserve of 38 hours. So since this is a 4 Hz movement, you can see the second hand sweep is quite smooth on this one as compared to a Seiko 4R36, for example. So this is something that I really appreciate from Oris, and also having a SW200 movement inside this watch means that this watch is easily serviceable by most watch dealers and watch companies, because the SW200 is a workhorse, and you know, a lot of watches uses that movement, so it is a very good movement. Okay, so coming back to the case back, you can also see the inscriptions over here: water resistance 10 bar, 100 meters. This is all stainless steel case back, highly reflective, you can see the reflection, and also it features a front sapphire crystal as mentioned. Okay, so apart from that, I would like to show you guys the very nice date aperture here at the 6 o'clock position. As mentioned previously, on the original Oris Diver 65, it is at the 3 o'clock position, but Oris decided to shift it down to the 6 o'clock position to make the design more symmetrical, and this makes the watch looks much nicer in general. Now I'll show you guys how this watch looks like on my 6-inch wrist, and then after that I'll show you guys the Lume performance. Okay, but first let me just put this watch on my wrist. Okay, so again, for information, my wrist size is approximately 6 inches and the diameter of this watch is 40 mm. It fits really well despite it being slightly larger in diameter as compared to the original Diver 65, which is only at 36 mm. With that being said, I think the 40 mm still looks very nicely placed on my 6-inch wrist. It doesn't look too big. So this is how it looks like. Okay, I'll give you guys a very quick wrist roll. Okay, I especially like the bubble shaped sapphire crystal. You can see the very nice distortion and the light play from the crystal. So this is one of the points of attraction of this watch as well. It's very uniquely designed sapphire crystal. Okay, now I'll show you guys the Lume performance of this watch, and also as a matter of comparison, I have bring up two other watches to compare. So firstly, we have a Seiko Land Tortoise. So we know Seiko Lume Bright is very good. And then we have the Tissot Sea Star, which is also another diverse watch. So we are going to compare the Lume performance of these three watches with the Oris Diver 65 as the basis of comparison, and then compare it against Seiko and Tissot, which is another dive watch. Okay, but first let me charge up the watches with my Nightcore P10 tactical torchlight. Make sure that it receive very good amounts of shine and light before I switch off the lights. Okay, I think that will do for it. Okay, so let's take a look at the comparison. So as usual, as expected from Seiko, this is a very strong Lume Bright Lume. The Oris having very huge indices on the dial also makes it extremely legible. Then we have the Tissot C Star, also have very bright lume because this is a diver's watch. So you can see for the Oris is quite unique because the hands of the watch features the lume that is brighter than the indices. But with that being said, it is still extremely legible because the Oris has very large indices, especially for the 3, 6, 9, and 12 hours marker. All these markers makes it extremely legible even in low lighting conditions. And then also notice that the Oris, similar to the Tissot diving watch, has a luminous peep over here at the top. So when you turn the bezel, you can keep track of the time elapsed on the watch as well. Okay, so the illumination of this Oris watch does not disappoint. As a skin diver style watch, you definitely need very good illumination. Yep, so that would be all for today's review of the Oris Divers watch. Okay, this is again the Oris Diver 65. There are a few versions of the Oris Diver 65 lineup. My favorite is this version because it is a remake of the original Diver 65 that was released in 1965. And the design is very real and very authentic to the original one. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoy today's review of the Divers 65 from Oris. This is a very unique offering from Oris, and I'm really very happy to show you guys this watch as well as review it. Okay, for more watch content or review of EDC, please follow my channel, do like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in future videos. Take care.